mob, not the wop. What's going on, good people? We back in here for another one.
You can talk to me, baby. I can't.
Get on in here, get on in here. Wipe your feet off at the door, like the video.
You look so much better when you smile. I miss you, babe. I ain't seen you in a while.
Let's go.
I'll be waiting for you. Come back, I'll be waiting for you.
Trap Lil Ross done exposed this motherfucking self. And we're gonna talk about it today. And it ain't gonna take too long, man. I don't see this going past maybe an hour, 20 minutes. Nojumper sat up there and did a new stream for like 5-something hours. There's so much shit to talk about. But I can't, and I ain't. So, like I say, we trying to pivot away from that. I'm just trying to present enough reasons and points where motherfuckers can see, man, this is bullshit. This what you hear motherfuckers telling you that it is, but oftentimes because they have conflicts going on, motherfuckers that think that it don't be about that and it be about something else or some shit. But nah, man, that dude is that Nojumper shit is sick for us. Not just Nojumper, the motherfuckers adjacent to it, their friends, Flacco's, the Trap Lil Rosses, the DJ Academics, the DJ Vlad, it's all that shit is bad, you know. But it don't get overlooked. Motherfuckers will point this shit out, and then what they'll do is they'll bring another motherfucker on to kind of clear it up and make it not seem so bad as it is. And oftentimes that should be the furthest from the truth, but you know how that go. Buy my book, y'all.
More guns, more violence. I be the cover case.
Apologize for that. I'm a published author, man. I need y'all to support my work. I ain't asking a lot. It ain't but $2.99. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. And before we leave today, I'm gonna make sure we go to the actual page. But not to get distracted, sidetracked, man. Trap Lil Ross, he was on the Nojumper news. There was quite a few points where he was kind of just exposing himself, exposing his intentions, and his thoughts, and how he feel about things.
Most of these niggas are fans of me. I really appreciate it. I really do. Majority bitches ain't loyal, they all done been ran through.
Y'all hang tight, man. We gonna get in here to it in just about 4 minutes at the most.
I sit back and lay back and flick through the channels. I flick through the channel, I'm watching the streets and I know I'm the Xander. I'm seeing the animosity, the riots, just I'm seeing in. I got some homies that just got out, some ones that just went in. The deeper the ocean, the deeper the pain. Blow out the brains, switch through lanes. Ain't gotta call out no names. They know I'm married to the game.
The fuck your bird? Place. Fucking up this rap money on lean guns and real estate. Just got a Rolex watch, I had to take a link about it. Take a drink, I'm drowsy. How much paper you think I'm counting? I just split a pound 4 ways to make a single thousand. My little round to shoot you in the face and he ain't gon' think about it. Whoa, I'm trying to stop the violence. I'm buying a Glock with a silence. You cheap in your vehicles, at least you trying to watch the mileage. I'm counting this fettuccine thinking, why was I in college? A lot of niggas diss me that I'll probably not acknowledge. We got homicidal hobbies, got no problem catching bodies. I keep riders all around me, they just wanna see me prosper. All my shows like choir rehearsal, I'm here to preach the gospel. All my hoes be lying, they worse. All I know is grind, keep working. If you ain't getting no chicken, I ain't checking for you. Want this around my neck, I got the effing for you. If you ain't getting no money, she won't answer for you. And pay these hoes no mind, too busy paying my mortgage. And these lawyers Panamera reports on forges, damn it's gorgeous. Want nobody like me, but no, he can't afford it. Styrofoam cup in the club, yeah, and afford it. Used to stand on corners, hand-to-hand with quarters. Now we get it transported. That spot in my whip, that bitch a transformer. And I'm important, so my people imported. Yeah, my last show, I fuck around, got 10 for it. And according to my calendar, got 10 more. Play with me, you don't know what you in for. Still a pull up in the hood like what they hitting for. Pull out, catch my play, he waiting at the liquor store. Cried a thug till yesterday, yeah, cause they took the war. I got 20 miles to free. Plenty people count on me, I'm grouchy once I down the lean. I smoked a quarter pound this week, I'm moving weight, still out of shape. My newest place is out of state. All these hoes, they out of pocket, all these suckers gotta pay. Been down that road before, so I know going broke is not okay. I done pulled about a 8, now even but on wide awake. I put her on a plane and now I put her alpha plane. Hell no, I'm not gonna change, even though I got some change. I ain't getting no chicken, I ain't checking for you. Want this around my neck, I got the effing for you. If you ain't getting no money, she won't answer for you. Don't pay these hoes no mind, too busy paying my mortgage. And these lawyers paying my forges, damn it's gorgeous. Got nobody like me, but no, you can't afford it.
It's the mob, not the wop. What's going on, good people? Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for being here. Again, man, like the video, subscribe if you're not already, man. Leave a comment. Where you tapping in from, man? This is a live Friday show like we always do. And without further ado, like I was saying, we gonna get into Trap Lord Ross today, man. And I just want to put a closer eye on motherfuckers. You dig what I'm saying? It's not nothing. It's not nothing that you've never heard, or the spirit of it is not from a place that you've never heard. Hold on, wait a minute. You mean to tell me? Piggy, what it do? Trying to make sure my shit's still live. It say I ain't even live. Okay. Yeah, so like I say, man, Trap Lord Ross, we gonna I'm gonna give my best effort to peel back the veil and show y'all what I see, man. And there was 2 clips from this past week that I felt like were worth talking about. The first one is Trap Lord Ross made it his mission and his purpose to come to Nojumper and be the devil's advocate, or the whatever the fuck you want to call it, for Fantano in his recent dealings, escapades with Killer Mike. Well, not just that, it started with that, but it goes back to some shit from years ago where he was in this group. We're gonna get to it, don't worry about it, we're gonna get to it. But this shit concerning than a motherfucker, man. Especially when if you take him at face value when he says that he does these documentaries and all this, his content that he does on quote unquote violent young black rappers, the content that he's doing on these motherfuckers, if you take him at face value, it's because he's a fan. It's because he fucks with it, type shit. Um, but when you take a closer look and pay a better eye to what you're seeing, man, things look a little different. Oh shit. Bear with me, y'all. I had to get my mic was too high. Not my mic, my headphones. I gotta make sure my shit's still good. Testing. Okay. But yeah, man. It's been thinly veiled, and I kind of showcased this shit when Adam sent 4 extras to the zoo with the motherfucker. I was like, man, this shit ain't right. There's optics at play here that motherfuckers ain't, you know what I'm saying, really seeing, or they not fully acknowledging. Well, a little more time passes, and you know the old saying, man, you give a motherfucker enough time, or you let them talk long enough, they'll expose themselves. And that's what happens when you run a 5-6 hour news stream, and you got your Poetic Flacos and this. I don't even know what he is. He's funny in a way, but he do a little too much. But this ain't about the white dude with the pink pants, as you'll see shortly. Also, suspect is back. Ain't that something? So the Mandingo fight they had last Saturday, where Brandon Slayer, who you'll see today, slayed Brandon, but on the cusps of that, now Suspect is back. I guess that gave Suspect his clearance to come back. I mean, overall, the whole thing is just a shit show. It took him to the gorilla exhibit for show. Yeah, this shit's crazy, y'all. And it's just more of the same as time goes on, man. So now this time, like I say, Traveler Ross first, we're gonna work our way back. The first thing I think I want to touch on is the shit with him trying to make a case for why Fantano, whatever the fuck his name is, laughing with the Trayvon Martin, the racist motherfucker, all that shit, trying to make a case for why ain't nothing wrong with that shit, and using the useful ignorant, the useful fool as his as the character to avoid any accountability. You know what I mean? And that's why I shout out Brandon Slayer, because he gonna call it out, and we're gonna get there. Just giving a little pretext. And then the other situation we want to talk about, or that I'm gonna talk about, is this motherfucker just hating on rappers with the streaming shit. When Lil Baby was on Black Boy Max, whatever his name is, he was on his stream a couple weeks ago, however fuck long it was, and now you see these streamers and shit getting online, and it ain't all of them. There's a complexion of affection that matches the tone that motherfuckers, well, not just the complexion, you also have the people that's adjacent that cater or suck up and suck the dick of that complexion. They doing it too, but they're making this strong case for how rappers are irrelevant and you need a streamer and all this whole revenge of the nerds type shit in its essence. You know what I'm saying? But I think in contingent, when you take all this shit, and it's just out of one stream, but you take this shit and you pair it with the other things that we've looked at and the other things that we'll look at in the future, you should have give you the ability to form a qualified opinion on these motherfuckers, man. At least if you look through it through the proper lens. But without further ado, man, let's go and get into it.
The chat, brother.
All
yeah.
right.
Don't even worry about them, brother.
All right.
I think this is a good one because we already had a little bit of racial tension. So here's a good topic that's apropos. Killer Mike calls out Anthony Fantano as a racist, calling him a landlord. Killer Mike owns property.
Hey, keep your eyes on Trap Lil Ross. This ain't about nobody else. This is about Trap Lil Ross. I want y'all to be paying attention to his demeanor, to just pay attention to every aspect of it. Read the body language, not just when he starts talking, but when he's hearing, so when certain shit is being said, and just he think he's smarter than everybody. Yeah, he think he's smarter than everybody in the room, man. You'll notice this shit where motherfuckers will play that. They'll play devil's advocate. It's clearly you're siding with racism under the guise of ignorance, under the guise of I'm just trying to figure it out. And truthfully, that point of contention right there is deserving of demonstration at that point. Especially if you call yourself wanting to be a member of this culture, this community, and commentate on it in any kind of way. What the fuck you mean you a devil's advocate for the shit? But see, I'm not foolish enough to think that that's just you being tone deaf because you from across the pond, because I know the transatlantic slave trade was more prominent in fucking London, Europe, than it was America. So don't let these motherfuckers play with you, man. Let's go. I just want to set the tone and give the proper guides, because you'll hear often motherfuckers try to make an excuse for Europeans and say, oh, they don't know no better. It's not like that over there. No. You don't know no better. And that's what I'm here for. But let's go, y'all.
But he believes that the landlord is being used as an insult rooted in racism for socialist far-left liberals like Fantano, who believe that he's a sellout to capitalism for owning as much properties that he does. All right, let's take a look.
How many properties Fantano own, man?
Who the fuck is a Fantano?
No, I think he's Killer Mike.
Oh, Killer might be owning the properties.
So Anthony Fantano, obviously, like, and this has happened before because we all saw, or not we all, for those that don't know, he's like one of the most popular music journalists on YouTube. A few years ago, some footage had leaked of him saying some pretty racist things, or laughing at racial banter, I should say, more specifically, and
fuck him.
And it got kind of like
that part
swept under the rug. He continued to pontificate on.
Look at Traplo Ross. Look how he looking at him. It's like, come on, man. Really? Look at this motherfucker. Just pay attention.
All things music, including having very, very big, bold opinions on hip hop as well. So, you know.
Hey, can we see the original tweet at the bottom before I read the actual comment? What was it that you said?
So yeah.
So again, I'll be honest. I feel like the Anthony Fantano thing is a bad look, but I feel like I don't feel like I've seen anything to suggest that he's a racist. But this was posted.
What? All right. So for context, ain't shit happened yet. He ain't heard nothing. Or at least he's pretending he ain't heard nothing yet. But he wants to preface this whole fucking topic that we finna go through is, I don't see nothing racist about him and all this type of shit. Be mindful of that, man. Like, why is that your initial positioning on this shit? You don't know what seemingly you're presenting like you don't know what the fuck is going on, but you don't see nothing. Just pay attention, y'all. Let's go.
Look at him.
Head.
You don't see his head?
His head is say he racist.
If he got caught saying the hard art in the video, he racist.
He definitely said
I
so.
would be surprised.
So what?
Look at the body language. Look how he just read this shit. Back it up a second. I'm not gonna do it. And man, pay attention.
So exactly what happened, and this is not. I'm not defending him, all right? Because someone tried to catch me in the same trick bag, and I ain't even go for it.
But is from what I understand, he said the hard art basically reading out a comment that someone else's known catchphrase.
Yeah, no.
But he didn't have to say it though.
He didn't have to say it. But
Y'all pay attention. Like I say, he not even gonna do it. It's the people it's everybody else. They're going to use his foreign status as a safeguard of accountability for what's playing this day. Let's keep going because it gets stranger. And I'm gonna keep stopping this because I want y'all to see this shit. Why are you pushing back on this? Don't get me wrong. If it's some bullshit, yeah, push back on it. But even if you're gonna do that in a genuine way, you would let the whole, even if you wanted to present it that way, you let them get the whole shit off first before you even started with these little. I don't think he's racist. I don't see anything inherently. He said some shit, but I don't. All this shit. No, go look at the thumbnail. I didn't Photoshop that thumbnail. That's him. He did that. Now go back and look at the Big U when he did the Big U video. Look at that shit. This man know what he be doing. Let's go.
He said it.
It's
He
like-
didn't. He didn't direct
Fuck
it at
Hulk
nobody.
Hogan too.
There was
But it don't have to be direct. It's direct.
Yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan. That's why, look, I liked it. I don't know how to say it. Dizzle is about. I like him better than I like Chapler Ross or Adam 22. Because though he'll say some shit that's off kilter and some shit that I don't like, don't sit well with me, he's genuinely saying it from a place of ignorance and not pretending to say it from a place of ignorance because he know that's the way that he can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say to a lot of the shit that I've even heard him saying this 1 5-hour and 44-minute stream wasn't some shit that needed to be checked and corrected. But like I say, there's not the same tone. And I could just be wrong about it. Because I also feel like he lying about being a farm boy and all that shit. And that's just the character of it. You know. But you never know what to know with nojumper. That's why it's just important to just fully unveil the beast and, you know what I mean, so people know what they're dealing with. I mean, further than what you already know. And at some point, it'll become a shame on us for still watching this shit. And I say us because, like I say, I wouldn't even have the context to be even present this video if I didn't watch the stream. You know what I mean? Like I say, I ain't perfect. I'm entertained by some degeneracy as well, but oftentimes when I'm watching it, I be entertained for a different reason because my mind working a different way. I'm trying to unpack and realize the bullshit, and I find enjoyment, entertainment in like sifting through certain shit. Not all shit, but certain shit. But I'm getting off on a tangent. Let's get back to it.
Towards black people.
There was a super
Trap.
chat.
use
and
that as an excuse
the
to say
name, the name that someone put in a super chat, if you say it phonetically, like if you sound out the way it is, it says that word.
Look at the face. Look at suspect face. He not trying to hear this shit. Look at Brandon Slayer face. I wish I knew bro name. That would help. That would be nice. But look at bro face. Ain't nobody hearing none of this shit they talking about. Dizzle ain't even hearing this shit. Hellcat the only, she really not trying to hear, but she the only motherfucker that's even halfway trying to engage this shit, because it comes a point about it. You come a point in your life, at least by the time you reaching towards your 30s, well, you realize what it is, and you realize that the people who've been pretending that they don't know realize what it is have just been pretending this entire time, and you don't really engage shit the way you maybe used to would have when you thought that people was genuinely ignorant or naive to some shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brandon Slayer. He gonna point it out later. But let's go.
So someone was dumb, and they tried to do that to me before too, and I was like, oh, shouts out. Because if someone says a super chat, you're gonna shout them out, right? But then you see what it says, you'll be like, "Ugh." I caught myself. They tried to get me on China Max stream doing that. And I was like, nope. But his dumb ass said it. You feel me? And who knows, like, maybe is there a piece of him that actually knew? Because he's a pretty intelligent dude. Or do you think he actually...
This is the junkie justifying the logic. So they can say, man, when Lush say some shit that do make, and I'm not saying he's saying some shit makes sense right now, but when Lush does say some shit that could make some sense, it's largely negated by his warped thought process because it's like, all right, you said some real shit, and if anybody else can come to that same conclusion and present it, it works. But when you saying that, we have to understand that this is your thought filtered through drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really, it's not alone just you saying it's not sound. You got to have somebody that, you know what I mean, is of sound mind to say this shit. And Adam know that shit, and that's what's so. This is the sinister level of the mind games that they use, that they playing. You get what I'm saying? The motherfucker who makes the most sense opinions is mostly invalidated because of his, you know what I'm saying, because of his lifestyle. So if he say some shit that's worth it, and Adam can be like, yeah, you're right on that one. Okay. And now that's an approved thought or an acceptable thought. But without that, anybody could lay on or lean in and say, this is a junkie talking. And they'd have merit because, you know, you lose a lot of footing when you're a junkie. And I hate to say it. Let's go.
100% got put in a trick bag. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless, that's not the only dialogue he had that was racist. He was making fun of, he was laughing at Trayvon Martin jokes. There's other things that are pretty distasteful in the eyes of the black community.
Correlating.
You should never laugh about that.
It's
That's
back
not
to
funny at all.
back to back, and it sounds like we still trying to give him a slide.
Right.
Look, I like the language he used. It's not we. It's this motherfucker. And seemingly him a little bit. This'll get it. Sus get it. I think Bo Jackman or something like that. Fuck him too, because she raw. Everybody raw. We gonna get, maybe it'll get there, but yeah, let's go. But the only motherfuckers that's on the fence about this shit, you got the coincidental complexions of a motherfucker that you would think would have that would be on the fence about this shit. Go figure.
I'm not with none of that shit. Fuck what my nigga Trap talking about. I'm not with none of that shit.
I'm not condoning it. I'm just
I don't
saying,
care
like,
what he read.
Can there be a difference? Can you say the N-word without being racist?
Do y'all hear this shit, man? Like, well, let me ask you this. What that tell you about Traplo Ross? If he's sitting here trying to make the argument for, can a white person or whatever person say the N-word without it being offensive? If the simple fact that you're trying to make the case for this says a whole lot, but it's going to get overlooked. People ain't going to give it the consideration and attention that it deserves because, well, he does millions of views when he, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's better to befriend a motherfucker like that. It's better to have him in your pocket, right? You motherfucker be killing me. But the motherfucker sitting here trying to make a case for, is there a situation where it's okay for a motherfucker to say that? I'm gonna say no. In America, if you from London too, you ain't stupid. You ain't slow. You know what the fuck you doing. You know who don't appreciate that shit, and you gonna say, well, because I'm only using it in the context of stating the shit of verbatim or what I heard someone say, some shit like that. That should be a pass for the shit. Meanwhile, you sit up there and look at our community and look at how extreme we are with our punishment on even each other type shit, and they see a problem with this shit when we don't push it to the extent that we say we gonna push it to. But yet, you as a white European motherfucker, you're exempt from that. You get to slide, you get to blur, you get to play around with it, and it's all good. Or it's supposed to be all good. Motherfucker doing too much, they trip on you because you didn't know what you was doing. But yet your whole shit is covering the lifestyle of people who get fucked over for doing shit that they know they weren't supposed to be doing, or they wasn't supposed to be doing. Like your whole content is based on, you know what I'm saying, highlighting this type of shit. But you the most susceptible, not just you, Adam too. Vlad too. These other motherfuckers too. You act like you don't know what the fuck is going on, but you covering some shit where you know that the consequences is severe when you get caught doing something where you wasn't supposed to be doing type shit. I might be going over some motherfucker's head, but I hope I'm hitting somebody in the heart with it. Let's go.
Was just being racist when he said that.
It's that E motherfucker.
Well, I want to see the clip.
Man.
I want to see the clip.
Look, he trying to downplay it. Oh, so he's just being racist when he say he's trying to. Let me finish a little more.
Him laughing at it because I haven't. The clip that I saw, he definitely said the N word, but I didn't see him being racist. I didn't see him putting down the black community, and I'm not defending it. I'm just saying, like, I just want to understand the context of what.
And that's what I mean by the useful ignorant, or the useful food. You sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't understand." I heard him say what he said, but I don't understand how that's racist. So, what y'all think he be saying? When he not on camera, I mean, fuck all that. He's telling you how he's expressing his truest sentiments about this shit without seemingly realizing it. And it seem like it's some shit that he's tone deaf to. But how? You call yourself are you trying to be a staple in the motherfucking in the genre and journalizing this shit and covering what's going on, but you so tone deaf to what is and ain't okay, specifically where your involvement with this shit is regarded, but you're clinically aware when you actually doing these articles and saying such and such is doing this and such is doing that. Now you're clinically aware, but you're an ignorant fool at this point on the surface level of the shit. But you sit up here and cover and act like you get the most deepest intertwining. You motherfuckers are sick. And let's go.
More than one way to put down the black community besides saying "fuck you, niggers."
You are correct.
No, that's facts.
Okay.
No, that's facts. I don't need you to tell me I know what I'm talking about.
But was Jess putting down the black community when he said it a minute ago?
You see, so now the other motherfucker that was in the room, Jack like Jess, another interesting character, very interesting character. We will go down that rabbit hole. But he slipped up and said nigga while they was streaming in the beginning of the show in an entirely different context. Trap knows that. Everyone in the room knows that because they were all there. He clearly, blatantly knew there was, first of all, I said two different words. And not to say Jack by Jess wasn't wrong and shouldn't have got slapped upside his head for that. But it was a slip. That was a slip. Like I say, there ain't nothing that should be excused or not regarded. But it was absolutely an entirely different context than the context that Fantano said the word in. Even if he was just repeating somebody else said. But Trap knows this. But see, that's what they do when they trying to muddy the water. It's not gaslighting. That's I want to say it's not quite a straw. It borders on a straw man, but it's more so like a false dichotomy. Like you trying to present one thing as something else when that's not even what the fuck it is. But you presenting it like in a different way, so that if a motherfucker, so that if a person chooses to engage you on that angle, now you just deviated away from what his true issue was, what the true point of contention was. But just you gotta pay attention to these motherfuckers who think they smarter than you. You got to pay. It's like I say, if there's a way, if he sees it in his mind that there's a way for motherfuckers like him to be saying nigga or nigger or whatever the fuck it is, and it's okay and it's passable, If he just hear what he's saying, pay attention to what he's saying, and believe him when he say it.
Different word, but it's also not to say that it's appropriate.
He was putting
but
down
that's
his
a worser
self.
word. That's a worse. You don't think that's a worse
I'm trying
thing?
to forget about it. It even happened.
You
Right.
know?
I don't even know why we.
Yeah.
You was genuinely offended by him saying that.
I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, I hear that. You see this again. Traplo Ross is trying to minimize the impact that word has on our culture. This isn't a new thing. Ain't nobody. So in his mind, so for him, because I don't know, maybe because he think because he there that it shouldn't be a big deal or some shit. Because somebody said, I don't understand. I don't grasp it. How can you be white and have anything to do with this black culture, hip hop culture, any aspect of this shit, and be sitting up here asking the motherfucker if they're offended that a white person would just sit up there and use the N-word from them in a dismissive way? Like, come on, man, you being over the top type shit. That's the demeanor and the tone that I'm getting from that shit. And at that point, I don't want to promote violence. Let's go.
I said when we was doing a little shit, I don't really. I just became a lefty gunplay fan because I seen him on the pod basically saying like I'm a Mexican, I can say SA, Vato, all type of shit in my raps. I don't have to say nigga. And I said the same thing about the stupid young shit. I'm like I don't really. I know he going back and forth with Munchie, and you might be around a whole bunch of black people, but. Maybe they cool with it, but every black person ain't gonna be okay with you saying niggas.
It's a fact.
I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
This is a fact.
Simple as that. It don't get no simpler than that. And the fucked up thing is, what he just said is that's not no Boston baked bean secret, as Sharp would say. Motherfucker, you would, anybody, it's impossible not to understand that. If you're someone that needs that to be explained to you, then that says a lot. I'll just say that.
That's another reason why.
That's your right. That's your right to not stand on that, for sure.
I think it depends on where you grew up, what you do. You know what I'm saying? And I look at
Now my boy trying to dictate rights, telling him, oh, you got a right to feel like that. Basically, now pay attention. You got a right. You got the right to stand on that. That's when motherfucker. There's a statement that goes. It's like your feelings or your opinions are valid. It's shit. You'll hear that shit. You'll hear that. And when you do, it doesn't mean that your opinions are valid. It just is like an acknowledgement of what you said. It's like, oh man, you gotta slap the fuck out some of these motherfuckers, man. I'm sorry.
Also, like your culture, like if you a Mexican Crip, I'm not mad at you for saying nigga.
Right.
If you a
I
Mexican
am.
blood, I'm not mad at you for saying nigga.
I am.
My whole thing
Man,
is
then
it's
come
just
on, man.
like-
We humans. We can tell what dialogue people use the
Also,
nigga
it's
word.
how you
I
say it.
I
If
feel like
you
they-
being disrespectful, I don't care what color
Exactly.
I feel like okay, they might be.
Boom.
I feel like motherfuckers pick and choose when it's cool to be black though.
Facts.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Niggas want to be niggas
Right.
until it's time to be niggas.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
So
Everybody
want to
emulate us, talk like us, dress like us, act like us, but when it's time to be black, nobody want to be a nigga.
Exactly.
Let's clarify
it's
here
hard as
though.
fuck.
I'm not
He
gonna
wasn't.
lie, I've
He
been
wasn't
wanting to
just
be one
saying.
my whole life.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Shut up, junkie. Come on, let's clarify. Clarify, crack smoker.
Okay, he wasn't just saying, like, he didn't say it the way Jess said it, though. He said it with the, you feel me, the hard R. He
Yeah.
said the,
No,
even
that's some
more, that's
racist
Which is
shit, bro.
crazy.
more inexcusable. Like,
Yeah,
there's no,
way more.
And then, besides even saying that, I'm just more offended that you making jokes about Trayvon Martin.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
There
that-
you
Can we,
go.
can we,
Ain't
can
shit
we
funny
find that
about
clip? Because I haven't seen it. I
There's
just
a
want to see it. and I'm
compilation
not,
on
I'm not
Snapchat.
gonna-
Bro, look at all the objection to this shit that Traplo Ross is providing. That should be concerning. That should say a lot to a white person who claims to be, who is positioned himself to be a staple in hip hop journalism. At least in the way he frames it, he thinks he's doing covering hip hop and black culture. We know better, but that ain't what he think. And I just want y'all to pay attention to the heel he's chosen to stay. I don't want to say down, but yeah, the heel that he's riding with. Just pay attention to this shit. Why?
I just want to see
who put him up to this shit. I be looking at it also from that perspective, not just that, oh, you up to some weird shit. You got weird shit going on. But it be like, or who put you up to this shit? Because you ain't got. Scandalous Los Angeles has been breaking this shit down, not in regards to him, but just in regards to, he been using Whack 100 as an example lately. But just going more so into the handlers and all that shit. Things that we've talked about before. But it's just like, why is that your agenda? And you'll see that shit. You'll see consistencies with that shit, and that's why I say, man, why is that your agenda? Why is it aligning like an agenda? More importantly, man, this motherfucker been going to bat for Fantano, despite the shit that motherfuckers that's well ingrained from the culture of the junkies in this. These motherfuckers telling you this shit ain't right, and you tell me, oh, I don't see it. Yeah, nah, I see you though. We see you. Let's go.
Yeah, know what he actually said.
There's like a 2-minute clip of like, it's a compilation of various things, regardless of that. So just to get that was just to create content.
Did Adam tell him to down his heel? Did Adam tell him to make that his position? Or are they just on the same wavelength, and that's just how they coming? That they, I don't know, man. Y'all, pay attention, y'all.
But for right here, so Fantano made a comment about Killer Mike, who they've had several back and forths for years now.
That was my first show I ever saw.
Was Killer Mike to Run the Jewels? Oh, Wu-Tang, sick. All right. So this fool, Killer Mike, goes, Anthony Fantano referred to him as a landlord, as opposed to, used the term landlord as opposed to property owner, and was getting on his helmet for owning property because, like, you know, people that have very far left, liberal-leaning beliefs don't tend to look at people that are in that position and landlords as exploitive. So it was used with like racial connotations in Killer Mike's opinion.
Was it used with I haven't seen it. So he was using it as a...
Bro, now remember the first thing he said was he didn't think nothing was racist about it. That was the first thing he said before we even got started on this shit. And here we go again. Now he said, well, I haven't seen it. Just pay attention to these people, y'all.
Racial connotation. He wasn't using it as a more to trash his lefty kind of more socialist values that maybe he doesn't act on.
I do believe that's essentially what he really wanted to say, but I can see how he could easily flip the script and be like, yeah, this is fucking racist.
I get you.
And if he felt like it offended him, like he's like, yeah, this white fool's making him feel like he racist, then who am I to say?
But that makes no sense, Lush. Trap Lord Ross. If a motherfucker says some racist ass shit on their streaming that you're on, and you own this motherfucker, you laughing is sarcasm. You didn't leave the stream. You didn't check nobody. You didn't. But yo, that's sarcasm because you don't approve of it. Yet you stay on the stream. That made sense enough for both of them to agree on it. That's the most likely what was going on. Pay attention, y'all.
You not?
Is a condensation? What is that? That's like
connotation. Like no. Connotation means like you imply. Like you
he ain't say it, but that's what people the meaning people are applying to it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Let's see this clip because I ain't actually seen this. I know what he said.
There you go. Grease to your cranium, brother.
Thank you.
All day.
Rest in peace, Trayvon.
Yeah, rest in peace, Trayvon.
Ain't nothing but honkies on there. What's going on?
That's the whole point, bro. Okay. Like, you saying some foul shit. You guys
wait, can you start it again? Because I couldn't hear it. I just want to hear what you.
Look at this passive aggressive bullshit. Could you start it again? I couldn't hear it.
said. I'm not trying to defend, but I just want to know the context.
You are absolute. I'm not trying to defend, but you sitting up here literally defending this shit, making a case for the shit, but you're not trying to defend it. And just notice, y'all, it won't be until it's obvious that, like I say, because he got more understanding and comprehension that he pretending to. Once he realizes that motherfuckers is on his bullshit, then he start coming around to the idea. Pay attention, though.
Vegan invited me to an event that taught me about PETA's buying guide / neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
No, the people
Dude,
in there.
fuck Trayvon. I was thinking Trey Melvin. Trey Melvin. I had a big.
Now, the dude just called, he's saying N-words. Then he turned around and said that, and as soon as he said that, Fantano laughed. He ain't checking the shit. He ain't checking out. He there. He involved with this shit. This the clip we seen. This what we saw. This is what they did in public. This is what they felt comfortable doing for the world to see, the internet to see.
Thing with Trey Melvin.
Trayvon Martin.
What the
It's all these fucking black names, dude. I get confused.
Hell no.
Bro, I didn't even.
He's still smiling, the giggled a little bit. Ain't nothing changed about his shit. Ain't nothing cool. Well, come on, what the fuck? Let's go.
To listen to it to
Hell fucking
Violent.
No, we got to listen and get the context, to be fair.
No, we gotta listen and get the context of it first. Bro, this Trap Lord Ross, what do y'all on? Man, that shit pisses me off. Because ain't nobody even do nothing to him up there. They on camera. Like, everybody in that room. I ain't even gonna say that, but y'all just pay attention. You see this shit, man. The man that said the plane is day. He talking about, I don't.
So he didn't say that.
Black conversation with all white people in there that look like
The way he was drinking the beer is racist.
It wasn't even a
Yeah,
black
guys, if you
conversation.
keep talking,
It was
we're not going to hear the
racist.
video. I actually want to hear the context. I just think it's fair to actually get the full
go ahead.
context when we make our decisions to talk about it. Because I don't want to speak on it unless I see the context.
Y'all hear this shit, man. Everybody else just heard what he said. He pretended he didn't hear. We need to hear it again. I need to hear the racism again. I need y'all to internalize that one more time before I tell you how that was okay and that wasn't what you think it was. Man. Oh, this is America.
This only part of it, by the way.
I am actually from. I am a native
I can't hear
descendant of
that
the
shit.
Slapaho tribe. So I have to say
I just
that,
got my
like, I am-
23andMe back, man. I thought I was fucking. I thought I was Cherokee.
Vegan.
So bear in mind, Fantano doesn't talk at all during this, no?
He laughed.
I didn't hear. Can we run it? I'm not trying.
So I guess what Traplo Ross is saying, he's be involved in these kind of conversations too, and when his white friends, European friends, or whatever the fuck they is, when they make disparaging remarks about different communities, different cultures and groups, he sarcastically laughs. He remains in the conversation, all this type of shit. Because he doesn't fuck with it, not because he does. It's not he's not on board with the shit. That's so far that's the position the opinion I've formed.
I just want to get the full context.
I know
If you're
Trap.
a racist, I want to hear it and say, yeah, fuck him.
I know Trap is not a racist. I know.
Look, from my perspective, the only reason Hellcat even sees a reason to say that at this point is because it's becoming extremely questionable. At this point of the conversation, now it's becoming questionable. So at this point, Hellcat feel the need to come and clarify to say, I know he ain't racist, but we're not gonna do that this stream. But Hellcat and the dude with this Pistons jersey, they get into the most they get into this racist back and forth that kind of invalidates her opinion on who she thinks is or isn't racist and whether that would ever matter. Because yeah, Hellcat, you was wildin'. You was wildin' big time. You was wildin' big time. And I'm with you when you're right. But like I told you, well, the unsolicited advice I offered to you in private, be spectacular and don't be the spectacle. Always make sure that you're being spectacular and you're never being the spectacle. I said that after I seen the little clip where they then got her giving her idea on studs being virgins and all that type of shit. I'm like, man, stop letting these people play with you. You know, I ain't gonna get into that because I ain't even what we're here for. And yeah, whether my opinion or her opinions is not what we here for, but I just want to say, she can't at this point in time. Even before, if she'd have said it, I'd have been like, man, shut the fuck up, just be quiet. Because the only reason you even saying that shit is because you like him and you don't want to, like, you hope he not racist. That's what you hope. But no. You hear what this man doing. You see what he doing. You see the case he trying to make. You see how he like, no. We need to watch it again because I don't see it and I don't understand it. And like I say, that was like a cue for him to turn it around. And now Brandon Slayer gonna give him another cue in just a second. It's gonna be like, yeah, they on to me. Let me flip it off so I can remain in character to still be able to do what I need to do for the foreseeable future. I can't blow my cover this quick. But the motherfucker's undercover for sure. Thinly veiled, but it's undercover.
Know what I'm
Yellow
saying?
shirt motherfucker
So
is
I don't
racist.
have a pair of headphones, so I don't know whether to feel offended or not.
Yellow shirt, he's racist.
Full of racist, for sure.
He's
definitely racist. Look at him.
That taught me about PETA's buying guides.
So what, you got racist friends and you look past that? I'm just trying to understand, man.
Neoliberal whiteness and Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Yeah, no, he laughed. He enjoyed the shit out of that.
I was thinking Trey Melvin. Trey Melvin. I had a big thing with Trey Melvin.
Yeah. I don't need to hear no more.
All right, why are you around? Why do you think these motherfuckers want to keep hearing this shit? That's the tone deaf shit I'm talking about right there. Yeah. Hey, man, gotta be more conscious of what we allow.
Was Fantano the one laughing?
If you laughing and giggling,
Was he the one laughing?
I mean, in his
Watching this
defense,
shit. He's watching this shit and he's still sitting here saying they didn't even show the video the second time because they didn't even want us to see the shit. But you can go online or find the video and look at it. Look at the same fucking thing they was looking at. The first time they watched it, they stopped it right there when he laughed at it and said, I see it right there. Then. It should be clear as day, man, how he looks at motherfuckers, man. Where he sees his class, how he sees himself, just opposed to how he sees us. And it's concerning for me. It's hella concerning for me. I avoid people like that because I'm working on myself, as we all are typically. It's a lifelong process, but I don't know how well. Like I said, I limit my interactions with a lot of motherfuckers for these reasons. But man, I don't know how well I do around motherfuckers like that, kicking that bullshit in my face like I don't know no better. I done been and gave them what they were looking for.
in his defense, you can
know just as guilty.
I think whoever was talking
you can
racist,
laugh at something and not
1,000%.
agree with it.
What
though.
about who's
But
listening?
you just as guilty on.
I mean,
God.
I just listened to
Like,
that.
if somebody says something crazy that I
He about to tell you how I just listened to that and I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. He trying. But you'll notice. Watch. Big Brandon Slayer about to call him out. And then he gonna start shifting from there.
don't like, I'm gonna laugh if it's not that it's funny, but it's just like the shock factor of it would just make me laugh naturally.
Okay,
and
look,
it doesn't mean I
it's
agree with
nothing
it.
fun.
Now, Bo Jackman, I think that's his name. I think they said his name was Bo Jackman. Now, this is the guy. Once she started going hella low, and she was saying some fucked up shit to do. I ain't gonna lie. She was saying some fucked up shit. But he had fucked up shit on his heart. he passive aggressive. He was passive aggressive about it, and when he wasn't as bold as she was, because he was saying a whole bunch of fucked up shit, but coded it or disguising it behind what if I said this, or I'm not saying this, but actually saying the shit. So I'm not really. I see through him too. And I'm not just gonna say, "Oh, you was doing that because she was saying some bullshit." Because to put it frankly, I wouldn't do that if a Mexican was. If I was in the same situation as her, excuse me, not as her, as him, and the her was Hispanic and doing what was going on, I wouldn't resort to trying to attack a motherfucker's nationality as a way to provoke the reaction. I just not a Hispanic person. That's just not where my mind goes. I might get off on your ass. I might disrespect you as a person and talk about you like a dog. Or like I said, I might haul off and do something. But I'm not finna sit up there and get on your culture and shit like that, because at the root of it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't look down on it. I don't see it as beneath me or my culture, no shit like that. I look at it as not adjacent, but just it's another culture. Now that's not the same view and outlook I have on Caucasian cultures and shit like that. It's entirely different. But yeah, man. So it's one thing. The only motherfuckers I be looking at that culturally that deserve reproach is the ones that have culturally made their culture based on false supremacies and shit. You know what I mean? And all that shit that basically highlights why the culture ain't. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother pigeonhole to go down that would make a lot of y'all maybe not like me, because you know what I mean. I'm gonna tell you what it is, but that ain't what we here for. I'm just trying to point this shit out to y'all, man. This Trap Lord Ross, he can't hide it. He could hide it, but he exposing himself.
That's cool, in no situation that we're gonna laugh about Trayvon Martin getting killed.
Depending on what you laughing at.
It's just not a laughing situation.
I got one of the most fucked up. I got one of the most fucked up, sickest sense of humors on the planet. But I know when it's not
shut
time
the
to
fuck
fucking
up.
laugh,
You goddamn
bro.
right.
Right.
You don't.
But
laugh
if somebody
about
says
it.
something crazy, I'm not expecting them to say I'm gonna laugh.
I mean,
I'm just saying,
naturally,
It was
like,
just tasteless.
I thought it was
That's
tasteless.
exactly
The person
right.
who was talking for short. So, just so I understand, I'm
sounds
just
like
trying to
correct.
understand. So he was.
I'm just trying to understand. That's the lie that they use when they playing their useful the useful food. They're gonna keep saying, I'm just trying to understand. I don't get it. Because that gives them this position that they can keep making tone deaf statements or tone deaf opinions and shit.
He was making a joke. He was saying some vegan girl invited me to an event to talk about Trayvon Martin, and so that was the. I'm struggling.
Look at Brandon Slayer face. He's over here, man. Cause anybody naturally gonna feel what's really going on at some point. You gonna feel this shit. This shit ain't right. This motherfucker ain't right. This motherfucker sitting up here playing in our face right now. He doing exactly what they do on the job. And this is exactly what they do on the job. But he gonna explain it. Let me let him get there.
Even understand what the joke was. It's sure racist, but like
it's some undercover white shit.
Thank you, Dizzle.
I'm struggling to even understand what the joke was. It's sure racist, but like
it's some undercover white shit, man.
But at the end,
you don't you don't know if he talking about the situation or if he talking about Trap Lord Ross at this point. Because it's both. This some undercover white shit you doing right now. That's all the fuck it is. That's funny the way you said it, though.
Understand what the joke was. It's for sure racist, but like
It's some undercover white shit, man.
But at the end,
I think where the disconnect is.
Funny as
how long have you been in the
man.
States?
a couple months right now, but I'll be here.
Yeah, see, it's different. I feel like
No, you giving them too much grace, bro.
it's
Undercover
probably
white
different
shit.
where you at.
I'm an
And
undercover
us being
brother.
from here, we kind of are.
That's what Dizzle be pissing me off. Shut the fuck up, Dizzle. Look, I know he coming from a genuine place of sincerity, and he don't mean no bad by him. Shut the fuck up, Dizzle.
No.
You know, like
No.
the undercover shit.
I just didn't see Fantano
I'm
talk.
not saying it's no racism.
because no,
over
I'm
there.
saying Trap
He
is an
knows the
intelligent
culture.
person.
That police
It
brutality
don't
is
matter
probably
all
different.
over the world.
He knows the culture. Don't let this motherfucker sit up here and pretend he don't know the fucking culture. He's only fucking known in the world based off his seemingly knowledge of the fucking culture. Don't let that man play with y'all.
That's all I'm saying.
I get it, but
Because
They
you,
stab people
even
where
if,
he's from
if
all the
you
time.
listened and you laughed, okay, look, a person goes and says, I'm gonna, you want to know who I am? I'm gonna look at who your friends are.
Yeah.
Now, what the fuck was funny? Because I don't get the joke.
See, that's what I'm trying to understand.
mad at
And
that.
I'm not defending it. I'm trying to understand.
How you not defending it? If you trying to make a case for it. If you're trying to make a case for why it's not bad or it wasn't wrong, then you're defending it. Yeah, but see, motherfuckers will just sit up there and play in your face like that. Yeah.
Where the joke is. So I'm from that clip. It started. The guy's making a joke, and he's saying some chick invited me to go to a barbecue and talk about Trayvon Martin. I'm not defending the
see,
joke.
this-
I'm trying to
but-
understand. So he's
but-
making a joke
Sarcasm,
about some
bro.
chick
Probably
being
saying
so
he got
left wing.
barbecue.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the
Nah, but then he
undercover.
started yelling,
this is
nigger,
the
and all kind of shit
undercover
after. He was
passes.
sitting there
passive
laughing.
Can we see that?
aggressive
Yes.
Shit
You
that they
goddamn
do.
right.
That's
This
another.
is
Not they do, that he doing. This is the undercover passive aggressive shit. I'm gonna act like I don't know what's going on so that I can make this excusable. Because they call it slippery slopes. I'm sure y'all don't know if y'all have heard of it, man. It's slippery slopes. I make this passable because if I can get away with this, what else I'm gonna be able to get away with doing? If I can hide my blatant bullshit and gaslight you into thinking that it's not what it obviously is, then what next? Now what else can I? Now I'm gonna push the line a little bit further. It's the premise of No Jumper. That's what Adam 22 has done as long as you've known him. It's been a further escalation of towing the line. Motherfuckers towing the fucking line.
what they do.
Yeah.
They'll do it in the
No, it's right
workplace.
here.
They'll do it just slick enough to where they can play the 50 and be like, or turn into a Karen like, oh, I didn't mean that, but knowing what they be doing.
Of
They
course.
do weird ass shit like that.
Look, Trap Lil Raw, look at him. You know he caught now. They first Dizzle was like, that's some undercover white shit. And everybody laughed like it was a joke, but he peeped the game. He's like, yeah, I know I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't fucking tripping. This white dude just validated what I was thinking already. And now he said this shit. And now watch. Now Trap Lord, now the cover blown on that. You can't defend it no more. Motherfucker done explain to you that they know exactly what that tactic is and what it's looked like. And even though you usually get away with doing it because motherfuckers don't call it out, motherfuckers do know the shit. That's what he's explaining right now. And I love this. I wish let's go.
No, the nigga starts saying Trayvon, then he starts yelling nigger right in the same clip.
Done.
If you
Not
wanna continue watching
Fantano though, right?
No coming
Fantano
back.
don't.
You keep trying to say not Fantano. Did Fantano get off the live? Do he still follow them motherfuckers? How long after that shit did he continue to follow? Did he ever release a fucking statement? Like right there after or some shit? No. But that's his intent. That's his purpose. That's his goal. He don't have the same stain that Adam got, so he can get away with a little bit more. Because currently, you just have to say, oh, well, you making an excuse for criminals and shit if you mad at what he doing when he covering King with all this other shit, you know. But I see the deeper layers, man. I just be seeing more.
No, it don't have to be him, homie. It's his company.
No,
that's extreme.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's extreme, bro.
Bro, if footage comes out of like any person and like 3 of their partners are making racist jokes and you're just there with it, cool with it, you are equally guilty.
You goddamn right.
Because, nigga, if you in the car, in the eyes of the law, nigga, if you driving and some niggas in your backseat go slide, you are an accessory to murder.
You going to jail.
That's the analogy Trap Lord Ross wants to hear. He wants to hear that dumbass. That's what he expects. That frame of logic and this shit, that's why he thinks he can play with motherfuckers like he don't know what the fuck he doing this whole time, because the analogy, the mental place that analogy comes from, that's where he think niggas brain, like our natural wavelength, the frequency is on. You don't think motherfuckers can see white aggression, passive aggression, and shit like that. Man.
It don't matter if you didn't have no gun, you're an accessory to murder. This nigga in the car.
And the people that are, and if you really feel like something's wrong and you don't speak up against it, you're kind of a bitch. That's like cowardly.
That's facts.
That's a good
I would
point.
have clicked out of there, anything.
I would have checked the fuck
I would have been
out
like,
of
bro,
them.
what? Why would you
y'all
say
niggas
that?
tripping.
No, but check.
But can you laugh at a racist? Can you laugh at a racist?
Even if I think it's
Like,
funny.
if somebody's being racist in front of me and I laugh at them mockingly because they're an idiot.
You got him.
You see how he's trying to back off of it now?
No, here's the
Facts.
point. The fact that they,
I'm not mad at him for giggling off the reflex, but to like,
We don't give a fuck what you think, dude. Who gives a fuck what you think? We don't give a fuck what you think. We don't give a fuck what you think, but we don't give a fuck what you think or you think either, to be real. But we definitely don't give a fuck what you think, because what if some other shit, right?
put up with it and just continue laughing. That's where it gets a little tricky.
I think,
bro,
Laughing off the reflex,
bro, if they're
I'm
doing
not mad
this
at him
shit
for it.
live, imagine the shit he's laughing at when the
So let me clarify something, man. Black too, don't get me wrong, but especially any non-black motherfucker that's working at No Jumper is a piece of shit. Cause you know what the fuck that platform serves to do. You know what it's about. You know what it's for. So you are even more a piece of shit when you do that and you act like you fuck with us. I just want to make sure that that's clear, because I don't know if I've ever said that. I don't know if that's ever been pointed out that if anybody that, if you work at No Jumper and you Mexican or you Middle Eastern or you Indian or you any of that motherfucking shit, fuck you. You know what you doing. Especially as an editor or any of that other shit, because that mean you got some thinking capacity to perform these tasks and shit. So your ass can think and know what the fuck you doing.
When the cameras ain't on.
listen,
That's
guys, I gotta say this.
And I don't know why I said that. I think I said that because I thought this motherfucker was an editor or some shit. But I think the editors is the people that she gonna get into it in a little minute. We're not gonna cover that part, but that part. So, I said that, but I don't think it applies here. But I mean, it applies to this motherfucker and this motherfucker, and probably this motherfucker. Let's go.
That's right.
I gotta say this. My favorite thing when people ask me for a bit of wisdom, people like, yo, bless me with some wisdom. I say that my favorite thing I've ever heard in my life is you are exactly like the 5 people you spend the most time around.
Facts.
If you're spending time with people who are slamming, hammering, doing cocaine, that's what the fuck you gonna be doing. If you hanging out with strippers, you probably
Adam and fuck.
What's the relationship between Fantano and these guys streaming? I ain't seen any of these people before. I don't know who these people are. I don't. You know who they are?
I don't know who they are.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just a bit of a reach for you to say, oh, just because he's in this stream and he kind of nervously chuckles at this joke that kind of doesn't.
Now it's logical fallacy again that we've already established. We watching this shit. He keeps applying this. Oh, he was nervously laughing shit that we all watched and saw. That wasn't no nervous laugh. He's staying on this. He's gonna concede his point here, but he wants y'all to know. But maybe he don't want y'all to know. That's why he's conceding the point. But he's failing to conceal how he truly feels, at least from my perspective.
Even makes sense, right? It says there that he was laughing at cops killing black people. I didn't hear that.
I mean, he kind of. I mean, like, if you're laughing at anything to do with Trayvon,
but
you're
the
essentially-
joke. Let's just be clear, right? Let's just be clinical, right? The joke that was made at the start, the guy's making a joke about a left-wing girl, I guess, inviting him to something where he's saying that, oh, she's only inviting me there to talk about Trayvon Martin. I just want to understand the joke.
A barbecue.
Is that what he said?
That's
Look, we're gonna get up out of here, man. We're gonna get up out of here because I think we just seen enough, man. This motherfucker still going on and on. I don't see it. I don't see it. I hear everything y'all have said, all the points y'all making, but I just don't see it. And then the question becomes, why don't you see it? How can't you see it? What mental block is preventing you from seeing it? Or preventing you from saying that you see it? Let's I want to talk about the part where he think he more important. He think they more important than the streamers now. I mean, the streamers are more important than the rappers now. From his perspective, let's just get to it first.
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
Yeah.
Been failing in life. Well, we don't care. But now this is the second time. He also had the incident at Icebox Jewelry with YK Osiris. So it's like clearly most of Lil Baby's interactions.
We got suspect back in the building, man, and we need to get suspect.
Oh, that shit ass and free all them niggas.
That's facts, man. Free all the real ones, man. Okay, so look, the first topic, we're excited to hear what Sus thinks of this, man. Lil Baby's been getting backlash for
why Trap Lil Ross run the show? Who? What makes him the motherfucker that's running this bandit? Oh man, he the A mic. Trap Lil Ross says you A mic. Let's go, man.
Trying to seemingly finesse Plaqueboy Max while on stream. So Lil Baby actually asked Plaqueboy Max on the spot during the stream if he could get half of the revenue. Okay, he saw how many donations and dubs that Max was getting, and he said, "I need a little piece of this. My 4 pockets weren't full after all, man. He needed some more money for those pockets."
Wow.
They also did a 3-point shooting contest for 10K, where Plaqueboy Max won the first one and went up 10K. Lil Baby subbed his friend in. And Max and the friend tied the second game. Then the friend won the third game. Lil Baby then demanded 10K from Max, claiming.
Why wouldn't he? He was up $10,000. Let me rewind that again. I don't think y'all heard this shit. Pay attention to how Trap Lil Ross is framing this shit. I don't know if it's Adam 22 that's telling him that we get it, that this is why we need to do it this way, or if it's somebody higher than him, or if he just intuitively thinks that it's in his best interest to present, to follow this formula that he's using.
The tied game counts as an L for Max. Third game, Lil Baby friend in, and Max and the friend on the first one and went up 10K. Lil Baby subbed his friend in, and Max and the friend tied the second game.
So they're even now. They're betting. This is a gamble. Like they is not fucking gamble. This is a betting.
Then the friend won the third game. Lil Baby then
So the friend won the third game. So now they're up $10,000, and Trap Lil Ross puts emphasis on him saying that now Lil Baby is demanding $10,000. What the fuck is wrong? What he? Huh?
Demanded 10K from Max, claiming that the tied game counts as an L for Max and eliminated the first.
Does that make sense to y'all? How are you, like the way he's
10K? So the third game put Max in the red. The whole thing seems like Lil Baby was trying to shake down Plaqueboy Max, and I believe there was rumors that
the whole thing felt like he was trying to shake down Max. They bet. He agreed to bet. Playboy Max didn't have to gamble, didn't have to go shoot nothing with this motherfucker. First of all, we'll get there. Y'all doing a stream together and you agree that we're going to shoot for money. You win 10,000. And you give a motherfucker a chance to get his money, to win his money back. He saw somebody else in, y'all do it, and he go even. Now, and after that, you win again. And now this motherfucker's up 10 on you. And he wants his 10. I don't get how that, I don't get what was done wrong, how that motherfucker's trying to finesse him or trying to beat him out his money or any of that shit. It just sounds like negative reporting. It sounds like it's not objective journalism. It sounds like you doing like all this shit is intentful. Like maybe the powers that be are trying to get Lil Baby on up out of there, as we've seen in times past. Not just Lil Baby, when you get your run, and when your run is over, you gotta go. And if you stick around too long, you keep trying to pop your head out and shit, motherfucker, they'll throw some bad press on you. They'll say that you facing RICO charge. They'll say that the motherfucker, you responsible for some kids getting killed. They'll bring motherfuckers like this on platforms and say, oh, you tried to beat a streamer out his money that paid you for your influence. These people be so fucking sick. But you gotta remember, this is how the streamer feels about the rappers that he reporting on. Now, I want y'all to pin this shit in y'all head. Let's see if he be doing some Lil Baby style documentary talking about alleged crimes him or the people around him committed in the next 60 days or not. It'll be interesting.
Lil Baby was even already paid $250,000 to even be there. So shit's crazy, man. We're gonna see some of these clips.
A little nigga?
Let's do it.
Fuck somebody that said that your voice is annoying. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Shut up,
nigga don't see you rapping and shit.
No, you understand it. You
okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Crazy, man.
So you gotta put money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying niggas gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Okay, so we split the stream
revenue for the day.
Revenue
for the day. That's
for you to rap.
Yeah.
Bro, the man's business is rapping. And he does not make a song. Lil Baby is not at a point in his career where he goes and does, you give me this much for this project and it's your project and whatever you make off of it, that's what you make. That's when people start coming down off of where they at, when that kind of shit starts happening. So no, you can't pay me a set amount and then I'm gonna rap on this motherfucker, and you can take that song and go license it and get royalties and all this shit. I'll fucking have it performed to get all this type of shit that can come from. He just fussed to forfeit all that shit because allegedly, and I ain't buying this allegedly, the 240, because allegedly you paid $240 for him to come through. And if you did pay $240 for them to come through, you paid $240 for him to come through. I guess that's the show fee. And maybe I'll rap some of my songs, but you want me to come on your shit and give you an original song? Do you know how much money this man worth? And then let's let him finish. This Trap Lord Ross motherfucker gonna sit back there and frame it like the streamer trying, like Lil Baby trying to scam the schemer, like trying to scam the streamer. And you don't hear the fucking finesse this man trying to run on him. How much money you think that freestyle made? You think that motherfucker made less than $240,000 at this point? See, when you talking to an actual musician, somebody that does this, not some new motherfucker who playing games and now they rapping this shit, they doing, but it ain't your for real career. This man been doing this shit coming up on some 10 years now, if not already. And you think you just finna bamboozle and finesse this motherfucker? Oh yeah, I paid you a set amount for the shit, so you should do a free freestyle that I can sit up there and use as a verse or whatever the fuck else I want to do. You could turn around and go sell the motherfucker for 60. You motherfucker. But then what happened is, they do that part, but the rappers don't control the narratives on the internet like that. The streamers do. Your DJ Academics, your Poetic Flacos, your Trap Lord Rosses, your your Adam 22s. So when they go out their way to position and frame this shit in almost like a press run where they damn they're doing ads of this shit. All this shit, when you see these posts, this is a press run. This is a paid effort, like a package, like a promo package, if you will. But maybe it's not a paid promo package. Maybe this is amongst the motherfuckers say this is what we doing. We're gonna work together to do this because this ain't something you pay to do. This benefits us in the long run, perhaps. But I'm more inclined to believe his label or somebody, not his label, but the people that pay QC. You know, somewhere up the ladder, somewhere along the way, somebody else is behind this shit. Because this is a consistent pattern of the same rhetoric, same jargon. Oh, he's trying to scam this motherfucker. And that's all the posts I see online. But when anytime I look deeper into it, I'm like, this motherfucker doing exactly what you're supposed to do. The fuck? You don't let nobody. Let's go. Let's finish this shit so we can get out of here and get y'all back on y'all regular schedule program.
Not for me to rap. We doing that anyway. I'm already on here.
Oh, type. You just saying split the shit out.
Then I'd be like, okay, I'm finna go in motherfucking walk shit.
And wow.
And whoever said I had a ghostwriter, I really do this shit in like 10 minutes too. It ain't gonna take long at all.
Okay. Let's do it then.
But go to the fun and see it working.
Now look though, I gotta see how much the stream made after, and then we talk.
And now motherfuckers saying, yeah, we can do that, but then turn around and say, but yeah, I gotta see what the stream do after and all this shit. But you sitting up here talking about Lil Baby the one trying to scam somebody, trying to finesse somebody. This man trying to do, he really fucking with you. He trying to do square business with you. Now I get it. Lil Baby, his name is going down. So in his mind, his team mind, maybe it did benefit him to go on Playboy Max stream to help him. Or maybe that was just deployed to set him up for this shit. Because this shit don't help. This shit bringing me on the internet with this new gay whatever the fuck you want to call this weirdo motherfucker, and positioning me like I'm some broke motherfucker that's trying to get over on him, like I'm some struggling fell off rapper or some shit, and that's what then came from it. That's what I'm seeing online now. There's thread posts and shit. Let's not act like Lil Baby ain't fell off. All this type of shit spawned from this, and you not gonna. I got better discernment than a lot of motherfuckers, man. I see through and past a lot of shit. You're not gonna tell me this wasn't no that they didn't conspire this shit. This shit wasn't plotted and planned. They done told this man, yeah, you need to go over there. This gonna help your shit. Whole time they plotting to use this shit to destroy him, to take him down some more. Let's go. But and like I say, then you got your Trap Lil Ross, you got all the motherfuckers that's gonna come behind it. You'll have Seth and Nash come on behind them, or DJ Act, what's the motherfucker name? AK-47, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? You had them come back with the follow-up to validate Trap Lil Ross's position, or to validate Playboy Max because you a streamer. That's the revenge of the nerds shit. A lot of motherfuckers. Let's go. I'm trying to get up out of here. Let's get up out of here.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk.
They said, what is this nigga talking about?
So you don't see your revenue until like a couple days after. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Is you scamming me?
Scamming you?
I mean, shit. They just screaming scam. Like, like, why is these niggas saying that shit?
Well, ain't nothing happening.
He's scamming.
Yeah, no, I'm already knowing.
They said extortion.
You hear? He's scamming. You a sucker, dog. Oh man, this dude's a sucker, bro. I can't stand this shit. Cause first of all, who the fuck are you, bro? Who put you? Why do you? Man, why don't you go make up some old fucking fiction stories about some serial killer rappers that never fucking happened? Lying ass bitch. I can't. That's what's so sick about this shit. Cause this motherfucker sit up here and just, you talking about motherfuckers are form they baseless opinions and then apply that shit. And it just pisses me off because they be having the audience of motherfuckers that's gonna believe this shit and will internalize this shit, not even realizing that shit was manufactured. And it's sick.
People.
No
Now,
skimming.
when you come and do something for somebody on the scrim,
Yeah.
then when they try to work you, you got to show them, like, hey, I'm a real businessman. This is what I do. You know?
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I'm not seeing this shit where motherfucker talking about they paid him $240 because he just said I'm coming through here doing this on the strength. And now you talking about you want a motherfucking I think the whole $240 and all that shit is maybe I'm tripping. This motherfucker, he just said I'm doing this shit on the strength. And I'm doing it on the strength, and now you trying to get me to rap. And then when I show you that, bro, I'm a millionaire. I'm not no fucking goofy. Now you see. This shit's sick, dog. It's a dirty game.
You're a rapper, man. That's what you do.
Bro, Craig, and I appreciate you that ass like giving me this hospitality. Hospitality.
Hey, this dude in this comment, he said some real shit. Rappers thinking streamers can help their careers. A sad new day. Because exactly this right here. You think that shit was a setup. They didn't send you over there to help your career. They sent you over there to break your career. Now, don't get me wrong. If the plan is to make your career, then they gonna push the buttons to make your career. I.e. when fucking Jello was on fucking what's called stream with the neon stream. You know what I mean? But these motherfuckers, you help you. I ain't gonna get into that because that's not my lane. And I don't fully know it and shit like that, but I know enough to know that this motherfucker is the new Kai. And no dish, I'm not trying to take shots at Kai or any of these motherfuckers, but this is the new chosen motherfucker by them motherfuckers that's gonna be their organic bottom from the started from the bottom story. This shit, and it don't be real. It be some, you know what I mean? It be a artificially manufactured bullshit. They prop up the numbers. You can't get no views. The only way you get views is if you get impressions. If they don't put your video in the algorithm, not even the algorithm, if they don't make your videos available to be seen, then you're not gonna get no views. If they make your videos available to be seen, you have more opportunities to get views. If you don't subscribe to this channel, it's by luck and by chance that I popped up in your algorithm and you seen this. That's not how a lot of these like I said, I don't want to misspeak, but that kind of explains. Well, I get you out of the equation again, and I'll let y'all sit with that and do what you want with it. You have to get impressions, and impressions is when you go down your timeline, the videos that are in your feed, that's a YouTube impression. Every time YouTube puts a video in someone's feed or in their homepage or any of that shit, those are impressions. The more impressions you got, the more opportunities people have to watch your videos. And this is what I'm saying about your Playboy Maxes, your Kai Sinat, your ISO Speeds, your Aiden Rosses, your DJ Academics, all these motherfuckers. They get impressions. And that's a deeper topic, deeper story. But I only said that to kind of give a idea to show why I'm saying that this shit is all manufactured. Not a large part of it, not all the way, but a good portion of it is manufactured. But let's go. We got to get up out of here.
You know?
Yeah. Okay.
What
So
would
look.
be what would be the scam?
So
The fuck is the scam?
So look, right? When I be having niggas on, niggas be pulling up whether I'm at their crib. They
Nah,
my
they be
shit.
thinking little nigga be scamming, so I want to know what the fuck the scam is.
All right, chat. Look. Scam. I think they saying you scamming
For saying I want half of the check.
Yeah, because they want to see you rap, bro.
So what a part about it that is the scam?
Because
if a motherfucker charges, just paid millions of dollars to rap, how is he scamming for wanting to be paid to rap? Especially for an exclusive rap only been heard here. What's the scam, Traplo Ross? What's the scam, Playboy Max? What's the scam, all them white ass motherfucking kids in your fucking chat?
Because they think you don't want to rap. And
You can't even articulate the shit out. They think you don't want to rap. Bitch, you ain't paying me to rap.
rapping. You get what I'm saying?
No, but how's that a scam?
Because
I ain't tell y'all to come over here to see me rap.
Fuck you talking about? Ain't nobody told you to come watch me rap? The fuck? This ain't no concert. This is a stream. Who the fuck is you? Do you think you feel so entitled I come on your shit and I owe you an exclusive rap? Who the fuck are you? I thought you put your... Imagine you little baby, you been all around the world, you did all, and this motherfucker, it helps me, but I'm fucking with you. I'm helping you get your name right. These motherfuckers be crazy.
Who the fuck I'm scamming?
Yeah, who
So
gets
they
scammed?
just- What the fuck? They just use they just using the word scam loosely. Like,
oh, they don't know
it
scam,
what
maybe.
Yeah, he don't know what the fuck he saying. Let me take a shot. I can't articulate this shit out. This some bullshit. The motherfucker really calling me on my shit.
Like you scamming. It
Just-
might be
just
like the
as a
lingo.
bad-
And this ain't even addressing the part where the motherfucker congratulating him for reading and all this shit. So you playing on the term they use. You playing on his top like he's an idiot. And you just supposed to be able to get over on him and pull a fast one and all of them shit. I guess because he talk how he talk, you think he dumb? Your perspective is you just gonna do that. Nah, it makes sense to me. I see it. You think that man's slow. And motherfucker gotta keep showing you that they not slow.
Word, and it don't matter what it means.
Okay, so look, right? So now I was talking about like making music on stream and shit. Huh? You know, I was talking about making music on stream.
You don't want no Red Bull?
Nah, I don't even be chasing that shit. I'm not.
You see this nigga, you a drunk. You on this motherfucker drunk off of liquor talking about, you see the time out to stream this shit? Bro, you want to chase the liquor a little bit? So what the fuck you got going on, boy?
First of all, it's not called scamming. It's called finessing. All right.
And this dumbass motherfucker, little baby, tried screaming for it. And this what they do. They'll go find a few tweets of this shit and they'll make that shit a whole fucking post. You motherfuckers go find like 5 tweets, 5, 6, 7 tweets and be like, yeah, little baby is going viral for trying to scam Playboy Max for 10,000 after loot. How? This nigga running a Forex scheme on, and it be niggas doing this shit. That would be bothering me.
Talking about trap, am I confused or didn't Max say he was stepping away from streaming and was going to be doing music full time?
I think so, right? But I think he's still finna use his streams as his kind of A&R outlet. So look, the whole thing that Playboy Max does, right? He gets these famous rappers on stream. They freestyle on the stream. Some of those freestyles on the stream end up becoming real songs. Like he got the song with Skepta. Like, you know what I mean? All these freestyles that can actually end up becoming real songs with real revenue, real splits. I feel like Lil Baby was on some bougie shit. I feel like he looked like a total asshole. Apparently.
Did y'all hear that? Y'all heard that? So he does this. He gets people to come on his shit. They freestyle. That earns real money, real splits. But Lil Baby is being bougie to not handle his business because other motherfuckers come on there and don't handle their business. Why? Who the fuck is Playboy Mac? Who the fuck is this that somebody's supposed to be doing him some fucking favors? What favor he doing for Lil? You motherfuckers be delusional, but see, it don't be rooted in that. In my eyes, motherfuckers like that, you need to make the rappers that your content is contingent upon, you have to make them lesser than you, lesser than the people that do what you do. It's some real Revenge of the Nerds shit, bro. It's straight up Revenge of the Nerds. Like, oh man, I can't even say what I want to say. You know, I miss the days when you could slap the fuck out of a motherfucker that. I don't believe in bullying. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But when people who speak in places they ain't got no business speaking, it used to be legal for you to slap the dog shit out of them, for you to kick them in their motherfucking ass and tell them to go on about their fucking way. It's a new day and age, man.
He had already been paid to be there in the first place. I feel like Lil Baby came off super bad in this stream, and when the fans are all saying that he's a scammer, he like, I don't think he's even used to getting criticism like that. He's probably got yes men all around him kissing his ass all day long, and I feel like this was honestly like a real destruction of the Lil Baby aura, and I'm all for it, man, because you see.
Y'all hear that? I feel like this was a destruction of the Lil Baby aura, and like I said, I strongly believe that that whole stream was a concerted effort from the beginning to do Lil Baby bad. And like I say, the motherfucker making fun of him for trying to make fun of him for being able to read. And now you telling me, you making fun of me for being able to read. Like you surprised that I could read. You try to do the music industry business with me. You try to play them games with me like that. I shut that down. And somehow at the end of the day, I'm the bad guy. Nah, this is a concerted effort. Y'all tired of it, man? Just say that. Cause like I say, it ain't just that. You look at the concerted efforts of posts of motherfuckers saying Lil Baby fell out, like all the adjacent shit that's happening alongside it. Along the same time. It paints a revealing picture.
Seem like a real scammer. How are you thinking you're so entitled that you're gonna get half the streaming revenue for pulling up? Especially,
bitch, I won't have to. If you're gonna take the song that I recorded on this motherfucker and go do splits and make money off of it, why the fuck shouldn't I get half of it? Because other people decided did bad business for themselves and gave it to you. Who the fuck are you? I'm supposed to be giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Traplo Ross is just like conveniently overlooking the fact that, man, we not talking about $20, my boy. We're not talking about $1,000. We're not talking about $10,000. We're potentially talking about hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars. When you talking to a rapper who has platinum hits, you have to understand the type of revenue that generates. When you've made platinum hits, you have that to your name. That gives you the ability to say your worth, to raise your worth and know the value of your worth because you've seen it. You know what you make for your fucking, you know what your songs can do. Now, if you one of these other motherfuckers who your song, the most you never made off a song with $5,000 and shit, all right, maybe I get it. I still don't, but I can see the ignorance being played on there. But a motherfucker who knows that they have the potential to make songs that go on to make millions, that they can tour off of and all types of shit, why is a motherfucker just gonna give you that for free? And you sitting up here playing with me, laughing at me, acting like you surprised that you know I know how to read and shit, but even though you talking to a millionaire, you gonna joke on me and act like it's amazing that I can read and act like I'm scamming you because I'm handling the business the way that the music business is supposed to be handled. And then turn around and you got your Trap Lord Ross and your Poetic Flacos and all these other motherfuckers come behind and say, yeah, Lil Baby wrong, Lil Baby going broke, Lil Baby trying to scam, he a washed up motherfucker. They trying to paint this picture like, oh, this is a motherfucker that used to have some money. He coming around motherfuckers got money now trying to take their money. Trying to siphon off their money and shit. And it's just some sick shit to see him do it. And it's even sicker when you see motherfuckers with that complexion, and even more sicker when they not even from here. And even more sicker when you look at the type of content that they do. This takes us back to the Fantano conversation. Dude don't fuck with us. He not with us in no capacity. And I can't even do this shit no more, man. We gonna close it on out there. Because it's like it's so much shit that more to be said, man. How long we been going, man? We've been going damn near an hour and 45 minutes, man. And I'll be going a whole nother hour. You know what I mean? You never run out of shit to say about bitch ass niggas. We gotta end it at some point, man. Pay closer attention to the motherfuckers that's delivering the news, the insights, the information that's covering shit, man. Watch out for the flu flam, man. Don't let motherfuckers pull the wool over your eyes like that. These motherfuckers be bullshit. And oftentimes motherfuckers have a feeling, and that's all, and they don't really lean into it because they think maybe I'm tripping. You ain't tripping, man. This motherfucker, he exactly what he presents himself as when he does those violent rapper documentaries. I don't know how else to put it. If you haven't already, man, go to Amazon Kindle. My debut novella, The Valley, is available. If you are in the the Kindle Unlimited program, for the next 3 months, you can read my book for free. They also got a trial for that if you ain't trying to pay. I still get mine that way. But if you just want to own it outright, it's $2.99 on Amazon Kindle. Fuck with me. Read it. Leave a review. If you can't afford it and you really want that motherfucker, reach out on Instagram and send me a DM and I'll send you a link to it. I just ask that you leave me a honest review, be it negative or positive, on the book page. With that being said, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment. Man, what you think about what we've gone over today, man? Am I tripping? I mean, I know I'm not, but bring me your bullshit so I can contest it if it's worth it in a short video. Maybe I'll go live on Instagram some shit. I figured it out and got my layovers and shit set up for that too. But I don't want to hold y'all no more, man. It's the Mop, not the Wop. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time.
Mopwack, what's happening with you? Mopwack, Mopwack.